श्रीमद्रङ्गशटारि संयमिवरा लब्धागमान्दद्वयम् श्रीमद्वीररघुद्वहात्य सटजित्पादारविन्दाश्रयम् श्रीमद्वेदवदंशदेशिकयते कारुण्यवीक्षास्पदम् सेवे रङ्गदुरीण सासनवसम् नारायणम् योगीनम्। श्रीमते श्रीलक्ष्मी नृसिंह दिव्यपादुका सेवक श्रीवंशडगोप श्रीनारायण यतीन्द्र महादेशिकाय नमः।
Thank you all. Today we are going to talk on Navavidha Bhakti, the 9 forms of devotion. Last time we had a session on Acharyas. Why do we need an Acharya? What is the relationship between Acharya and us and Bhagavan? We showed through an analogy. I hope you all remember that. Today we are going to talk about a little bit more personal. How do we interact with Bhagavan? And these Navavidha Bhakti, the 9 forms of devotion, was given to us in the scriptures. In the scriptures they are given, our Acharyas, our Presenations, Sri Narayanatindra Mahadeshikan, he has given a beautiful explanation on Navavidha Bhakti. And his Purvashram Tiruthamayanaar, Vedanta Vabodhika, Sri Narayanariya Mahadeshikan, he has given a beautiful explanation on how the Navavidha Bhakti and the stories that we are going to talk about today. Let's get into the actual the Navavidha Bhakti. What is that Navavidha Bhakti means without any further ado? This is a very famous shloka uttered by Prahlada. Prahlada says his shloka not to anybody else. He is not talking to another devotee, a fellow devotee. Whom he is talking to? He is talking to other Sishyas who are studying along with him. They are all kids from the Rakshasas. So he doesn't have a very friendly atmosphere. He is already in an adversarial atmosphere, and still he is talking to these people, all the kids, that this is how we could develop devotion to Bhagavan. And then he gives, these are the different ways to develop devotion to Bhagavan. And he says, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnogo, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, Atmanivedanam. He says, the Prahlada Maharaj explains, these are the 9 forms of devotion. All the people who are around him, they are looking at him and said, Prahlada Maharaj, you are talking to us. We are not a bhakta or a devotee, whereas you are talking to us. How is this possible? Let me tell you, throughout our life, we are going to have different things. When, they say, when lemons are thrown at you, you make a lime juice, right? That's what they say. The life is going to have ups and downs. Everywhere it's going to have ups and downs. How do we make sure that we are hold on to Bhagavan's feet all the time? Prahlada is a great example on that. He is in a so adversarial atmosphere, still he is holding on to his devotion to Bhagavan all the time. That is the greatness of Prahlada, and we couldn't find another equivalent of Prahlada anywhere in the Puranas. There are Prahlada, there is Hanuman, there is only those 2 are amazing. Even when they are in the middle of all the trouble, the God protected him. They never even cried for protection because they know absolutely that they will be protected. Absolutely, they will be protected. Many times we have this question, Mama, somebody asked me, Mama, you are telling us to do only the right things. But many times the right things are not easy to do, Mama. It's not very easy to do. How do we make sure that we do only the right things? Because the common sense tells us, you know what? Take a simple example, very simple example, that, I didn't go to school today. I could say that when I overslept. That's the truth. But what do I say? Oh, I'm not feeling well today. That is how we present it. That's a very small level of lie. And that leads to all this complexity, because even the smallest thing our Acharya says, keep it simple. Be truthful to yourself. Do not compromise your character or your just because the atmosphere throws things at you. Do not compromise your values and your character. That's what our Acharyas say. So Prahlada Maharaja's great example. I will tell you one example. A friend of mine, he came to Canada. This was like 25 years back. He came to Canada from South Africa. Normally, when people come to Canada for immigration purpose, what they would say is they will come on tourism visa and they will say, oh, we love Canada, we want to go around Canada, and we want to see Canada, and that's all they will say. And then the immigration officer, yes, you can go. And then they will go into Canada, and then they will somehow find a job, and then they will find a way to extend their stay, and that is how they get their citizenship. This gentleman who came, he said, no, I don't want to say a lie. And he told the immigration officer, sir, I came here for a job. I came here for a job and I did not come here for a tourism. The immigration officer looked at him and said, you know what? You are not going to get admission here. I'm going to say reject. I'm going to say reject for you because you are telling me something which I cannot accept it here. This person again looked back to him and said, sir, if I want, I could say a lie like everybody else, how others are saying, I came here for a tourism purpose and I'm going to be here for 2 months, 3 months, and I will try to get a job and then I will move on. I could do that one, but I don't want to tell a lie. I don't want to tell a lie. I am telling you the truth. The officer looked at him. This is a real story. The officer looked back at him and then he said, you know what? You are such a truthful, honest person. I will let you in, but I cannot make this as a reason. So I'm going to write by myself, you are here on tourism. You don't need to write it. So what does it mean? Only if you have a very low esteem about the Dharma and Bhagavan, then we will not trust him. We have to trust our lies. If we don't have the absolute faith in Dharma, if we don't have absolute faith in Bhagavan, then we actually say a lie and then thinking that lie is going to protect us. No. It is Bhagavan, and what do we say in Vishnu Sahasranama? Logatyakshaha, Suradyakshaha, Dharmatyakshaha. He is looking at you on everyday basis, on every second basis, he is looking at you and he knows what is Dharma. So make sure that you follow the Dharma, the path of Dharma, whatever the compromising situation you are in. And that is the beauty of Prahlada. He didn't even blink for a second that I cannot tell these things to all these kids who are not in my own value, who don't have the same value, they don't have the same thing. No, he believed in something and he was ready to preach because that conviction is a very, very, very strong for him. And that is what we need to learn from Prahlad Maharaja. So, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, these are the 9 types of devotion he says. It's ways to be get devoted to Bhagavan Vishnu. That's what he says. Let us go through each and every one and then see what is this each one means. First one is Shravanam. The Shravanam means listening. God has given one mouth to speak, 2 ears to listen, right? It's just a beautiful thing. He has given multiple things to listen, one thing to speak. What does that mean? You speak only one thing, truth, but you can take information from multiple people. But at the end, you need to synthesize everything and then bring something that is right for you. So the best example is hearing the glories of the Lord. Who is the best example? Parikshit Maharaj. Parikshit Maharaj, how many days he had to live? He had only 7 days to live. He decided to go for full-fledged and listening to Bhagavan all the time, and the entire Bhagavata Puranam is because of his inquisitive nature of asking questions to Shuka Brahma Rishi, right? He says, yes, I got a beautiful person who is sitting here right next to me and asking me this question. I will tell you the stories of Lord Krishna. That is what Shuka Brahma Rishi is extremely, his austerity and his penance is amazing. It's better than even Vyasa himself, his father himself. Even Vyasa's shloka, if you remember, every day we say this shloka without understanding probably the meaning, but the meaning is very beautiful. Vyasam, Vasittanaptaram, Shaktege, Pautrama Kalmasham. It gave all kinds of adjectives to Vyasa. Shakti Napta, he is the great grandson of Shakti, grandson of Pautra Akalmasham, Shakti Pautrama Akalmasham, Parasharatmajam, he is the son of Parashara, and then finally it says, Sugatatam Tapon Vande. The word Vande means I prostrate. To whom? Sugatatam, the father of Shuka, I want to prostrate because his austerity, his penance is so much, his Krishna Bhakti is so big. Shuka's Krishna Bhakti is so big, and so he wants to prostrate. We want to prostrate to Shugatatam. It's because of, not because of the previous adjectives, but the one that is coming after this. Vande Shugatatam Tapunit. So that is the Shravanam. He had only very limited time to listen to everything, whereas he decided to listen only to the Krishna Bhakti, and that is Bhagavata Purana. So he is a best example that even the limited time that he had in his life, he want to listen to Bhagavan, and that is Parikshit Maharaj. And I want to tell you one thing about Parikshit Maharaj, and this is very important. You may tell me, Mama, he is the grandson of Arjuna. He is son of Abhimanyu. He himself seen Krishna. How could such a pious person could make a mistake of taking a snake and putting it on the rishi? It doesn't add up. It doesn't add up, right? It doesn't make sense to us. Even such a pious person, such a great family lineage, how did he do that one? Because he was very hungry. He was extremely hungry. In this Kali, the one thing that we cannot control is hunger. In those days, they were able to control for the 3 yugas. Whereas in this age, the only way that for us to do this, that is why our ancestors kept this beautiful thing called Ekadashi Vratam. Over a period of, you do the Ekadashi Vratam, you start controlling your hunger also. Of course, if you are too young, don't even try that one. But as you grow older and older, you don't need to do the holy Ekadashi, start doing with something like, have only the fruits on every day, every session, and things like that. Once you start become into adolescence, you can try a little bit of things. So the hunger is the main reason why Parikshit Maharaj, though he was from a beautiful lineage, a fantastic lineage, he was able to do that kind of an apacharam to a rishi. That is Shravana. Let's go to the next one. Kirtanam. You all know this, Maharaj. I'm going to go all these things a little bit faster because today I want to talk about the one important thing, Sakhyam, that is a friendship. How do you make Krishna as your friend? That's what I want to talk. I want to spend most of my time on that because there was one person who made Krishna as his friend and he was holding him, and it was the other way around. Krishna was holding him all the time. Kirtanam is the next one. All the time, Narad Maharishi, he was chanting Narayana's name wherever he went. He will go to Kamsa's place, he will go to Hiranyakashipu's place, he will go to any Rakshasa's place, still he will say Narayana, Narayana, Narayana. He never ever compromised that. All these people show something. Do not compromise on your values. Hold on to your faith all the time, whichever situation you are in. So the next one is a great example for Kirtanam is Narada Maharishi. Let's go to the next one. Smaranam. And we know this story. Prahlada is the one. Look at him. They are making all the snakes to bite him. He was sitting all by himself, 5-year-old. We all know, in Purusha Suktam, say, Antar Bhagishchatat Sarvam Vyapya Narayana Stitaka. Bhagavan is there under Bhagi, everywhere. He is there, inside, outside, everywhere he is there. So everybody knows he is omnipresent. But to prove his omnipresence, we need a person like Prahlada to make him to come out of anywhere he is there. Thunilum Miruppan, Turumbilum Miruppan, Ni Sulliya, Sullilum Miruppan. He is there everywhere. Everywhere there, my dear father. Probably the only thing, if Hiranyakashipu asked Prahlada, is he there in my heart? Is he there in my heart? Then probably he would have gotten a different reply, and probably that is the time Bhagavan showed him even to Hiranyakashipu, even I am there for you. So constantly remembering, all the time Prahlada was attacked on different ways. Still he was remembering all the time Narayana, Narayana. It is actually the other way around. Bhagavan was remembering him all the time because he did not even falter 1 second not remembering him. A great example on Smarana. Let's go to the next one. Padasevanam, serving the Lord's feet. Out of all the names, Adisesha God, the one name that he really, really likes, he has Ananta, he is there's another name, there's a lot of names. Adisesha, Sesha means the one who gets the Kainkaryam all the time. He is the Paduka. That is why Swami Desikan over one night, he on one portion of one night, not even whole night he took, one portion of the one night, he was able to sing 1,000 shlokas on Padukas. On the next day morning, the person whoever called him for a competition, when he came, he couldn't even compose more than 200 or 300 shlokas. Swami Desikan showed his humility. Well, Adiyan did it. But you know what? Pigs will get so many kids. Pigs will get so many kids, whereas elephant will get only one kid. Yours is like elephant. Adiyan's is like pigs. Because of the humility Swami Desikan showed, whose shloka that we are reciting even today after 750 years, it is Swami Desikan shloka. We don't know who is that Kavi. We have no idea what he even composed. But we are very grateful to that Mahan, whoever asked Swami Desikan to compose by competing with him. Because of that person, we got 1,000 slokas, which was completely, we have to at least memorize few slokas of Swami Desikan. That is a Pada Sevan, and all the time, Adisesha is the one. A great example for Pada Sevan. Archanam. Can we get a better example than Bhishma? In Mahabharata, two things were there. That is, one was told by Bhagavan to Bhakta. The other one was told by the Bhakta to Bhagavan. The Bhagavan to Bhakta is Bhagavad Gita. The Bhakta to Bhagavan is Sri Vishnu Sahasranama. It is in our customary tradition, evening after lighting the lamp, we don't go and watch a serial on this television. We recite Vishnu Sahasranama. That is our ancestors gave that is a tradition that we inherited. Things are changing in India also. But I know many in abroad and other countries, we are having this tradition. Evening, 5 o'clock, 5:30, whatever time we light the lamp at the Sannadhi, we start doing Vishnu Sahasranama Parayana immediately. Even today we get Vishnu Sahasranama Parayana. That is the Archanam. You worship Bhagavan through do the Archana, or you can just recite the Sahasranama itself. That's all we need to do. Doing Sahasranama every day, believe me, brothers and sisters, believe me this, has taken completely out of everything, all the problems. As I told you, we are all going to go through the different problems and different phases of our lives. Holding on to this Vishnu Sahasranama takes care of all those evils, all those bad things. My father will say, he's a great Jyotisha Vidwan, he would say, don't come to me. Don't come to me for any parikaras. If you do one thing, you don't need to come to me or any Jyotias if you do only one thing. And what is that? Do the Vishnu Sahasranama Parayanam every day without fail. If you do that, that's all you need to do. You don't need to look for any other parikaram. Archanam. Archanam is great example from Bhishma. Vandanam. Even at the worst times, he is calling and he is praying to Bhagavan. Gajendra was praying to Bhagavan and he wants to do the kainkariam of offering that lotus to Bhagavan. That was his devotion. And Bhagavan came so fast. He couldn't even wait for this. The moment he said Adimulame means the one who is the start and originator of everything. You are the origin of everything. When he called with that name, no devatas appeared right in front of Gajendra. It is the one and only who is true Adimulam, the one who doesn't have the opening or the end or anything, is the infinite. At the same time, he is finite in a form. And he came, he was so fast, he was to, with the hurry, he has to take Garuda with him. So Garuda did not fly Bhagavan flew with Garuda to Gajendra. He was in with a very, very, very hurried manner. My Bhakta is calling. I have to go in and show my presence to him. I could show my omnipresence. That is not how it works. But I have to show my physical presence to him, my Divya Mangala Vigraham to this Gajendra. That is the Vandana. Dasyam, we all know Dasyam. You cannot get a better person in Dasa than Rama Dasa. Hanuman, all the time thinking about Rama. Right? I'm going to go to the final one and I'll come back to this one because Sakhyam is a very important one. I'm going to go to the final one, Atmanivedanam, the complete surrender. That is Mahabali Chakravarti. Mahabali Chakravarti, yes, ego and everything, but he's a Vadanyan. Vadanyan means he's ready to give anything for the people all the time. It's called Vadanyaha, means tell me more. I want to give you more. I want to give you more. He will give everything to everybody. We are talking about Karna, but Mahabali Chakravarti is a greater philanthropist anybody know. And because of that, he is there in Patala, and you know who is the safety guard for him? Who is the person who is security guard for him, standing on his doorsteps? Bhagavan himself, because what he has done. Mahabali has given complete surrender, Atmanivedanam to Bhagavan. Let me go back to this. Sakhyam. This is a beautiful story in Bhagavatam. Almost Shukabrahma Rishi, with this one we will end this presentation, but this is a very important one. It is going to take few minutes of your attention. Few days back we listened, there was a day called Sudama Day, Friendship Day, right? I want you to listen to this story. Shukabrahma Rishi has narrated a lot of stories about Krishna to Parikshit Maharaj. Everything. Krishnavatara, he said. Kamsa and Chanura, all those people have finished. He narrated that story. Rajasuya Yaga, he narrated that story. He did the Rasa Krida, he narrated that story. He did the Govardhana Giridhari, he narrated that story. He did everything. And then finally he starts narrating this Sudama story. Is there anything else? And Shukabrahma Rishi started crying. I have one story to tell you about a great person called Sudama, but it is so difficult for me to tell. Parikshit says, why it is so difficult to tell you? Because the austerity and the penance that Sudama is going through. Sudama was living in a place called Avantika. The current name for that is, you all know, Porbandar in Gujarat. So Porbandar is another historical place for what? Mahatma Gandhi's birthplace, right? We all know that. He was living there in Avantika, and from Porbandar, is a very poor family, a lot of kids, and his wife's name is Shukshama. Sukshama or Sushila or Kalyani, all the different names were given to his wife. They were like really made for each other couple, all the time thinking about Krishna, all the time thinking about that. Though they were really poor, they never thought that they are poor. Do you know who was the really richest person in the whole world? It is not the person who has money. The person who thinks whatever they have is enough for themselves and enough for even to make a philanthropy, give it to others. Those are the people that whoever has that containment, who has the content living, they are the richest people. Otherwise, all the time you look for money and money, material. Oh, I bought one flat, that's not enough. I'm going to buy another flat. I'm going to buy 3 flats. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to have a Tesla car, and then keep on moving your milestones, and then goalpost again and again, making more and more money for what? Constantly chasing something. Why don't you enjoy that whatever Bhagavan has given you? They were having this very poor life, and still they were like having a wonderful contentment of life, and they were together having a great time. After several years of being poor, one day Kalyani, that is Kuchela's wife, Sudama's wife, the word Chelai means dress. Kuchela means the one completely a damned dress. You cannot even wear it anymore. In Tamil, they say kandal. That kind of dress that he was wearing, and Sudama was never felt it. He was always, the story that they show you in the movies are all wrong. Bhagavatam shows a great pious, extremely pious, the person all the time thinking about Bhagavan. That is how he was portrayed in Bhagavatam. Like what we saw, Swami Deshikan takes this example in Vairagya Panchakam. Dana Mushti Muche Kuchela Munaye. He used the word Kuchela Munaye. He's the Muni. All the time thinking about Bhagavan. So Shukshama, one day they were talking. You were telling so much about Krishna. He's the Shriyapati. I don't want you to go and ask him for money. Why don't you go and meet him? Shukshama, why do I need to go? He is my friend. Always my friend. You will always be my friend. I don't know. It's long time since we have, graduated from Santibani's Gurukulam. Will Krishna remember me? Kalyani will say, his wife will say, Swami, are you making a joke, or you don't know he is the Sarveshwara? He knows everything. Kartum, makartum, manyada kartum. He knows everything. He knows our situation. So just go and see him, because not for asking money is darshana saubhagyam. just go and visit him and then his darshanam or having his sevai, that's all we need. We don't need to do anything. I have seen in my own eyes, people will come to Srimad Azhagiyasingar, Villivalam Azhagiyasingar as well as the present Azhagiyasingar. They will come and they will cry for no reason. And they will take the mantra akshade and then they will leave. Why did you come here? Why did you cry? They get that Atma Shanti in front of Bhagavan and such a saintly people. That is the only reason they came. They did not even tell. Azhagiyasingar will not ask them why you are crying. Because he knows Sharanyan, Malolan will take care of them. With the recommendation like Srimad Azhagiyasingar, what else we need? They come and then they, after crying, they get the Shanti and they get the Mantrakshade. They go home thinking there are better days for us. Whatever reason I'm crying, it's not going to be there anymore. I have seen it in my own eyes. Why they are coming? They didn't even utter a word. Srimad Azhagiyasingar did not ask for why you are crying. They are taking the Mantrakshade and they are leaving. Why are they doing this? I realize there is no need to speak a word. The only reason that they came here for some Atma Shanti or some peace of mind, and they got that one by Darshanadhyeva Sadhavaga. Just looking at Srimad Azhagiyasingar, by just looking at the grace of Malolan, they are just walking. That's why, do you know why he is called Azhagiyasingar? There are 9 Narasimhas in Ahobilam. He is the 10th Narasimha who is walking Narasimha among us. That is why he is called Azhagiyasingar. So we don't need a greater blessing than taking Srimad Azhagiyasingar's anugraham, walking away from it. Shatamana said, go and see Krishna, have the darshanam of Krishna and come back. After several hesitation, several times he was hesitating. Finally he said, I will go, I will go. So then he said, but in order for me to go, what do I need? I need to take something with me. I need to take something with me. What do I get? His wife said, don't worry, I will go and get it. She went to Chaturaha, Vipraha, 4 different houses and asked them, Amma, Sushila, why are you here so early morning? Mommy, my husband is going to Dwaraka. I just need something. They gave some puffed rice. Some puffed rice they gave. In all the different places, she gathered some puffed rices for 4 places. And then after that 4 places, she just came home immediately. She said, this is the puffed rice. Give it to Bhagavan. Sudama thought, I don't know. Let me just take this one with the dress, with the really, toned up dress, with the dhoti and everything on the top of his plate. He put that puffed rice and then took it started walking towards Dwaraka. Porbandhan Dwaraka is, if you say, it will take 2 to 3 days for you to walk all the way from in Gujarat, if you see in the map. He was slowly walking and walking. He reached Dwaraka. He saw this place, everywhere beautiful palaces. He doesn't know which one to go. He just saw beautiful palaces and everything. And then suddenly he saw the most beautiful palace. And then it looks like it is the Bhagavat Griham. It has all the symbols of Bhagavat Griham. This is the Mandiram or the temple for Bhagavan. That place is called Bet Dwaraka. Even if you go to Dwaraka now, there's a place called Bet Dwaraka. Beti means interview. That's a place where Krishna will give you interview. So he went there, went inside, and he saw several kings and everybody is waiting. And each one of them are talking to each other. One person said, I am the emissary of the Pandya king. The Pandya king sent so much. In Madurai, it is available, lot of pearls available. From the pearl harbor, we got a lot of pearls. And we want to offer it to Bhagavan. And I have been waiting here for the past 3 months. I couldn't get an interview. He said, only 3 months? The other person said, I am from Karnataka. I brought so much sandalwood. I've been waiting a little bit more than 3 months. And my sandalwoods are, right here. So much sandalwood I brought to offer it to Krishna. And then the other person said, yeah, at least you guys got something, that is not perishable. I got some cardamom and pepper and everything from my own country. That is the kingdom of Cheras. From Kerala, I brought so much. Those kingdoms exist at the time of Krishna. Those kingdoms were not created as if 100 years back by the Britishers. Those kingdoms were established in the Purana Kala. Ancient times, India was a single country. It was ruled by different rulers, portions of it. but as a nation, it was a single nation. And then the next king said, I am from Kashmir. I got almost like several kilograms of tons of camphor and saffron. Everything is right here. I'm waiting for Krishna to come and take it. I've been waiting here for, little more than a couple of months. Each kings were talking to each other. And Kuchela said, I don't have even a chance of meeting Krishna. But he went there, and then he told the security guard, Adiyan, my name is Sudama. I am friend of Krishna. Can you please go and tell Krishna? And the security guard said, Swami, I don't need to go and tell. You please go. That is the standard given, that is a guide given to us by Bhagavan. He said, do not stop anyone with the Urdu Pundram. Let them in. If they are kings, make them to sit there. If they have Urdu Pundram and they are coming with if the Bhagavatas are coming, please let them in. Otherwise, they will send me my in this country they say a pink slip. They throw me out of the employment. I lose my job, Swami. Please go inside. But Sudama said, no, I don't know the situation there. He's a king. Just go and tell. The security guard went inside, and it was, beautiful private time with Rukmini and Krishna. They were talking to each other. Mahalakshmi decided that I want to serve my Lord, not in one form, but in 8 forms I want to come. So she came as Ashtalakshmi. All the Ashtalakshmis were there. They have different names. One is Satyabhama, one is Jambavati. So they all have different names, but it is same Mahalakshmi, one form. She took 8 different avataram to serve the Bhagavan. So all the 8 Mahishis were there, all the 8 queens were there, the same, and then the chief of them is Rukmini is there. And he was talking to Rukmini, and then the security guard came. Swami, the kings and other people are waiting there in the interview room. Krishna said, yeah, I know. I will come and see them. Swami, there is one person who is there, and he says, he studied with you in the Santivini Gurukulam. Oh, really? Yeah. He looks very poor, Swami. That's okay. That is okay. Swami, he says, his name is Sudama. Sudama, did you say Sudama? Did you say Sudama? Is my Sudama is here? Where is my Sudama? Where is my Sudama? Krishna jumped out of the bed and he was running towards the entrance and looking for Sudama, you are here. And he saw Sudama, gave him a tight hug. And then Sudama saw Krishna. He couldn't believe that Bhagavan is coming, running towards him. And he started having, already he was walking for 3 days. He was having slightly problem with, he started, fainting, and he suddenly realized he was hugged by somebody. He woke up. The place where Mahalakshmi resides, that is where Sudama was there for a few seconds, and he was like looking at Bhagavan. Oh my God, I am here with you, Krishna. Sudama, how can you forget me, Sudama? So long you didn't come and see me. Why not? You know why, Sudama? You must be all these kings. They want something from me. That is why they are coming here. Whereas you must be a richer person than me. That is why you did not even come and see me, Sudama. How can you ignore me? How can you forget me, Sudama? Come here. And then he started slowly taking Sudama to the palace inside. In the place where he sat few minutes back with Rukmini, he made Sudama to sit in the same place and then asked Rukmini, bring water, bring everything, Margya Padya Atmanium, come here, everything, all the honors for the temple, all the royal honors should be here in no time. They couldn't even understand why this person is so important to Krishna. And then Krishna poured water on his leg, the Sarveshwara, and after doing that, he took that water, sprinkled on his head. Look at this, what the Anushtanam or the activity that he is showing, Krishna is showing to us. In the Rajasuya Yaga, he gave, when Yudhishthira did in Mahabharatam, in the Rajasuya Yaga, everyone got a specific task. Duryodhana was the treasurer, Dhanadhikari. Karna was the Dhanadhikari. The one who gave the philanthropy was Karna. He gave different tasks to everybody. Dharmaputra asked, Krishna, with so much hesitation, I want to ask you, what is your job? What are you going to do? He said, I have a perfect job for me. I will do it. At that day, I will show you. He was standing with a vessel full of water, and he just poured that water to all the rishis who are coming, entering the Rajasuya Yaga, washing their feet and sprinkling that water on his forehead, and then saying, Swami, please go inside. Please go inside. If at all we need to learn one thing from our Lord, it is the humility. The humility, Adiyen Dasan. There is no better word in Sri Vaishnavism that teaches you Adiyen Dasan, Adiyen Ramanuja Dasan. Krishna, after taking the water on his forehead, and then he said, Sudama, you need to take shower. The same shower normally Krishna would take with all the elaichi and saffron and everything. They gave him a nice shower to Sudama. Sudama became like a real Paratantra, means I have no desire or anything on my own. Whatever Krishna wants, he is speechless. Whatever Krishna wants to do, I am just going to accept it. I don't have anything to say I don't even say yes or no. After doing that, they gave a beautiful dress and everything to Sudama to wear. And then Krishna said, come, I want you to come and eat here. He put a beautiful, a golden plate. And then he gave all the things like, put the big laddus and big. Sudama never seen anything. Who are the people serving Sudama? Ashtalakshmis. All the 8 Mahalakshmis are serving Sudama, each and every item. And Krishna said, Rukmini, and then the moment he said Rukmini knows what to do. She took a fan and started fanning Sudama. We are all going to temple for the Panguni Mutram day. We all go to Srirangam or any Divyadesam. We take at least 1 second. Can we get the fan to do something for the Divya Dampadis? And those Divya Dampadis are doing service to Sudama. This is a beautiful thing about the friendship. Everybody, we should know what his friendship means. Sudama could not even believe. He just ate food, and then, he said, I am going to follow whatever Krishna tells me. I don't have anything on my own. I don't have my own wish. After eating the food, Krishna took Sudama and then said, come, let's go and rest some time. And then he put Sudama in the same bed that he and Rukmini will sleep. He put it in the same bed and then asked Rukmini, okay, start fan him. And what did Krishna did? He said, you came all the way from Avanti. I'm going to massage your feet. I'm going to slowly massage your feet, Sudama. And while he was massaging him, Rukmini was fanning him. He started talking to Sudama. Sudama, look at you. How are you doing? I'm sure you and your wife, everybody is fine. But look at you. You look so contained. You look full. In the sense, you don't have any desire or anything. I don't see anything in any desire or anything that you are constantly chasing on. You look complete by yourself. I am also complete. I am also Purnam. You are also Purnam. You are complete. I don't see anything that is left over. Like, you are looking for something. I need this. I have this desire, that desire. No, you look complete by yourself. I am also like that. I am Sarveshwara. But he didn't say I am Sarveshwara. He gave a beautiful, do you know why both of us are Purnam? This is where we need to go back to the last week's presentation. It is because of our Acharya Kataksham. It is because of the grace of our Guru Santivani. Both you and me are doing great. Sudama, do you remember one day? It was pouring, it was raining. Our Acharya told us to go and get some firewood from the forest. We went there. We went to get the firewood from the forest, and then it was raining. And then suddenly, when the thunderstorms came, Santivani Maharishi was looking for us. Oh, children, where are you? Where are you? Krishna, Sudama, where are you? Where are you? He was looking for us, and he saw us. It was like fully drenched. We are fully, with so much wet hair. He saw. But the firewood did not look, doesn't look that it has any wet or any, water on that. How come you guys are, they said, and Krishna said, remember what we told our Acharya? No, if we keep the firewood in the water or in the rain, we cannot use it for a few days. So we saved that one. We saved the firewood. But it is okay. We can be, we can go stay in the rain. That's not a problem. And Santibani cried, and then he took his own towel and then make sure that our water on the head is completely, taken away. You remember those good days? That Acharya Kataksham, that Acharya's Anugraham only make us to be like this. Sudama, and they were talking, and then finally he said, Rukmini, why you are standing there? He is my friend. Sit here, sit right next to him. This is the beauty. You think that Bhagavan is your friend. Bhagavan thinks that he is you are his Devata. Making Mahalakshmi to sit in the same bed as Sudama is sleeping. And Krishna suddenly asked this question, Sudama, I am sure my money would have gotten something for me. I'm sure she would have sent something for me to eat. She would not have sent it in an empty-handed. You would have gotten some goodies from your place. What can he say? After eating so much laddus and bhojyam and bhakshyam, everything from this palace, he got some puffed rice. How can he even tell that to Krishna that I have? Krishna himself looked at his shoulder. I see this one. This must be something. I see a little bit of a packet here. Give it to me. Sudama could not say anything. He gave, and then Krishna took and he saw puffed rice. Oh my God, this is the best thing. I love this. I love it. How do you know that I love puffed rice? He took. Krishna had one thing. Just one time he ate that one. And then Rukmini came. How come you are eating all by yourself? How come you are not giving it to me? That is the word Krishna wants to have, because this person is really poor. I can give everything to him. But if Mahalakshmi, Tayar gives, could be making him really a Shriman. He is a Shriman. The Sudama has to become a Shriman. I don't want to do it. Oh, Mother, Mahalakshmi, it is your job to do that. Mahalakshmi, Rukmini took a hand of puffed rice. And then they were talking everything. And then Sudama went to, sleep. And the whole night, Krishna was gently massaging his feet. Next day early morning, Suprabhadam, everything as if, it's Bhagavan's place. Suprabhadam, everything started. Sudama woken up. Krishna said, you know what? If you would have brought your family and everything, I would have let you to stay here forever. But your family is there. I am sure your kids will be missing you, because every day night you will be telling my stories to them. Krishna Leela to do your kids. So the parents, we need to understand, if you want to tell a story, tell Krishna's story, tell Rama's story, our Acharya's stories to our kids. If we sit in front of the TV and watch the TV serial, if we don't follow, Anushtanam, I'm sure the future generation will not follow anything. So, Sudama, since you are making your kids to listen to all those stories of mine, they will be missing that one. Already they missed last night. I don't want them to miss anymore. Go back. And he just let it go. Let Sudama go. While coming back, Sudama was crying. I don't deserve this kind of grace, Krishna. I don't deserve this. You treated me not just a friend. You treated me more than a friend. You are the absolute Dayalu. You are the embodiment of Daya Devi. Whereas I am a Kripanan. I have nothing to offer to you. And he was walking slowly, and then coming to his village, is Avantika. He suddenly, in the place where his small hermit was there, that has gone. It looks like a palatial expansion. It looks like a beautiful palace. His kids are coming there with beautiful dress and everything. He couldn't even identify them. Appa, you remember me. We missed you for last 4 or 5 days. Where did you go? We want to hear to Krishna's story. Look at us, Appa. We have all the new dress, new clothes, new toys. Everything is new. His wife came. Kalyani came, and she prostrated. When the wife falls on husband's feet, husband should not say Sumangali Baba, because that's an Ashirvadam for himself. He has to say, whatever the elders have blessed you, those words should come true. That is what Sudama gave the blessings for Kalyani. And then Kalyani said, Swami, I want to hug you. I want to hug you. Do you know why? Because I'm sure you would have hugged Krishna. I want to have the same experience. At least I could hug you, Swami. You hugged Krishna. I want to hug you so that I get that Krishna's Sparsham for me also. So, kids, listen this. The life of Sudama changed. The life of Sudama changed forever. He has become Kuchela to Gupera. He has become the most richest person. But that doesn't change, that did not change Kuchela. He was always thinking about God. That is the beauty of the Sakhyam. Hold on to Bhagavan's hand. They say famously, don't go in front of me. I may not follow you. Don't come behind me. I may not lead you. Come right next to me so that we can walk together. That is the definition of Sakhyam. You tell Bhagavan, don't go too far. I may not follow you. Don't come behind me. I don't know how to lead. Come right next to me. I will hold on to your hand. I will go through everything. So that is what we need to learn from this beautiful Krishna's friendship day on Sudama's Sudama day 3 days back. And with the Srimad Azhagiyasingar's Anugraham, I'm sure you will all hold on to Krishna's hand and follow that path of Dharma all the time. Thank you.